Another weekend has gone and it's another 2-1 victory for Liverpool. And it's one of those, isn't it? It looks like it's a lot closer than it actually was on paper. Now, obviously, with it being a 3 o'clock kickoff, we were all trying to find our ways to watch the game. And I did. I found a way to watch the game, and it completely died on the 34th minute. So not only then I couldn't watch the game, I had to rely on notifications, and obviously the way the game was going, it just looked like it was going to be one of those where we weren't going to be able to take our chances. 21st minute, Trezeguet, not David or whatever his name was, the legend, the French legend, Trezeguet, or however you say his name, on the 21st minute, scored from a free kick, I believe it was, where I think it just caught out our high line. Our line just did not follow in properly, and it just didn't track the runner. So it's one of those that was really frustrating. One of those that we probably really could have avoided, actually. But as with this Liverpool team, we just never stopped. We just did not stop. Now, Mo Salah didn't have a great game at all. Didn't have a good game, but I'm hoping it's more to do with the fact that is he still having, and I'm not hoping that he's got an injured ankle, but he's still carrying a sort of ankle injury of some sort. So maybe that played a factor. Maybe it was the fact that Aston Villa just actually shut him down really, really well. Divock Origi came on for him. Oxlade-Chamberlain came on for Gini Wijnaldum. Both of these substitutions happened in the 65th and 66th minute. So it gave us plenty of time for these guys to have an impact, and I'm going to come back to these substitutions a little bit later on once I've discussed the full result anyway. Once we get to Adam Lallana, again, that's someone else that I'm going to come to as well, being substituted for Naby Keita. 84th minute is when Naby Keita came on. 87th minute, we go 1-1. And I'm not saying it's fully to do with the substitution of Adam Lallana for Naby Keita coming on, but things just started to happen. Things just started, like we were trying all game. 17 shots we had, 7 on target. We had something like 72% possession. Let me just check that one. 75% possession, 25 for Aston Villa. They had 4 shots, 2 on goal. Like, we were pretty much, we were equal on offsides. Woo. Tom Heaton, 7 of those shots that were on target, 2 of them ended up being goals, 5 of them he saved. Ridiculous. He's known for that when he was at Burnley. He was a ridiculous goalkeeper. I remember that game he had against Manchester United when Zlatan was there, and he just made save after save after save. It was ridiculous. 87th minute, Sadio Mane, weak foot, left foot, decides to whip this ball right around the whole defence. Who is running in at that point? Andy Robertson decides to plant his head on this ball and slams it, bullet header, right into the back of the net. Goalkeeper gets his hands to it. It's too powerful and it goes in the back of the net. 1-1, 87th minute. Alright, cool. Looks like we're not going to actually go and get beaten. Fine, that's cool. We preserved the unbeaten run. Disappointing that we can't go out here and get a win. 94th minute. Trent Alexander-Arnold is taking forever on a free kick. Taking absolutely ages. People are complaining. You go look online at that point. People were complaining actively about Trent on this free kick. Why is he taking so long? What is going on? Ball goes out. Corner. We know what Trent's like from corners. He's fantastic at them, isn't he? Corner taken quite slowly. Not corner taken quickly this time. Corner taken averagely. Takes this corner, whips the ball in. And I do not know. I've watched the replay for this so many times. Sadio Mane is running away from goal and still somehow manages to get the header on target and in the back of the net. I don't know if that lad's head is shaped like a 50p, but somehow that's gone in, and it is just a fantastic header, brilliant delivery, and absolute scenes by every Liverpool fan at that point because, my God, that was just looking like a draw. At a similar sort of time, Man City had had their own 2-1 comeback, like Kyle Walker had scored for them or something like that. And you're just looking at it like, can we do our own? And yes, we did. We've done our own. 2-1 to Liverpool in the end. Fantastic result because we dominated the game. It just looked like it was going to be one of those games where we just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. We never give up. Our team and players never give up. And I applaud that so much. I appreciate that so much because no matter what happens, if you lose a game, draw a game, win a game, if you're trying 100%, I can't complain. I can't. People might take the mick if you go and lose to or draw against Aston Villa. But if they're trying as hard as they can and they just cannot break them down, you literally cannot ask for more. You can't. If they're trying 100%, that's all they've got to give. So massive credit to the lads for keeping on going. I said I was going to come back to some of the substitutions. Namely, this is the only time that I can think of where I have been a bit questionable about the lineup, the starting lineup. After midweek, after the last, the Champions League and stuff like that, I couldn't understand why Oxlade-Chamberlain didn't at least start the game, or even Naby Keita, to be honest. We knew we were going to miss Fabinho in this game if Klopp was sensible and left him out. Because of the yellow card situation, if he picks up another yellow card, he would have missed the City game. We saw how vital Fabinho is to our play in this game. Winning balls back, carrying it forward. We saw exactly what Fabinho does because he wasn't there. Adam Lallana was brought in. I'm not slagging off Adam Lallana. I'm really not. I didn't understand why Adam Lallana warranted a start over Naby Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain, either one of them. People can turn around and say, oh, Lallana knows how to play the 6 role. I mean, I don't care if he knows how to play the 6 role. He might know how to play the 6 role. I've barely seen him play it for Liverpool, and we're going to throw him in against Aston Villa to play the 6 role that Fabinho does really, really well, that Henderson has done before. Maybe not as well as Fabinho. Even Wijnaldum, maybe not as well as Fabinho. But those lads have got better qualities in that sort of position than Adam Lallana has. This isn't a game where you can play a Pirlo type CDM. And I'm certainly not saying that Lallana is on Pirlo levels, but that's the kind of CDM that he would be. He certainly doesn't have the physical stature of a Fabinho. And he certainly doesn't have the passing attributes and everything that Fabinho does. So if you're not going to play Fabinho, you play something a little bit different. And he did that with Lallana. But Naby Keita's better. Oxlade-Chamberlain is right now a better player. These guys should have been playing. These should have been in the starting 11. They should have been. You have Adam Lallana on the bench, and maybe he can come on and do something like how he did against Man United. But to be fair, Lallana had his fair share of chances and absolutely scuffed most of them. Adam Lallana should not be in a starting 11 for us. He shouldn't be. It's time to start phasing Adam Lallana out. Honestly. And again, it might sound like I'm slagging the guy off. He just didn't do anything that I was expecting. I looked at Adam Lallana in that lineup, and I just thought, why? It looks like if there was a weak link in that team, he was it. That's just my opinion anyway. I really felt if Oxlade-Chamberlain is fit enough to come on for 25, 30 minutes, he can start the game, surely. Anyone that's on the bench, really, if they're on the bench, they should be able to start the game. Same with Naby Keita. People saying that, he might have been carrying an injury. If he's carrying an injury, he doesn't come on at all. So, in my opinion, there's no excuse for these guys not playing. They should have been playing. Maybe there's a bigger plan at play. Let's see what we've got coming up once this loads up. So I think, what was it, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday we play at home against Genk. Alright, cool. And then we've got Man City at the weekend. And I think Man City, is that... No, not Saturday? Sunday? Is it Super Sunday? Is it Super Sunday? Yeah, it's 4:30 again. Jesus Christ, 4:30. 3 Sundays that we've had in the last 4 weeks. And they're 4:30 kickoffs. And it's against Man City because they want it to be obviously Super Sunday. It's a massive game. So maybe there's a plan in place in that respect. And maybe that's something that I'm not seeing. But it's just, I don't know. If you've got the options of playing these guys and you want to bring them in, I think there's better options than Adam Lallana, as we've seen here. That's just my opinion. The main point here is we went out there, we kept going, we busted our balls. They kept believing, they kept that mantra of never give up that we've been carrying through since last year, since before then. They kept going, they kept pushing, and eventually they got their rewards. They got the victory, got the goals, and now we move on. We're still unbeaten in the league. I think we played 11 games, 10 wins, 1 draw. We're in a very, very good place right now. You know, we can keep that going. So look, fantastic result in the end. Not a great performance. Not a great performance, but I'm not criticising that, because sometimes if you can dig out a win from a bad performance, and it, by all means, it's not a bad performance either. It's a very mediocre sort of performance, because we were dominating and we just looked like we weren't going to get it over the line, but we did in the end. And that's massive credit to the players for putting in all that effort and getting the rewards as well. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below as well. Let me know what you thought of the game. Let me know what you think of the result and the attitude and morale of the players as well. And then obviously we've got Genk on Tuesday night, so I'll do a preview for that as well. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like it and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you later.